Marg Helgenberger has graced our screens for over a decade on the hit show CSI, and after returning to her character last year in CSI Vegas, she now has a whole new perspective on her work in the crime lab. Earlier, we spoke with her all about it and had a blast. Take a look.
Please welcome to DBL Marg Helgenberger.
Hey, everyone.
Hello.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Now, before we get to CSI, I know from your Instagram you're a fan of the movie Barbie, and the Oscars were Sunday. So I just wanted to ask you, did you catch and what did you think of the "I'm Just Ken" performance?
I laughed from start to finish of that production number. It was just fantastic on every level. Just so tongue-in-cheek and goofy and over the top and hilarious. I mean, Ryan Gosling is one of those, like, who doesn't like Ryan Gosling? He's one of those actors, right? He's so cute and so comic chops and
he's
wonderful actor. Doesn't take himself seriously. He's just wonderful.
Yeah, he's enough.
Yeah, we enjoyed it too. So CSI Vegas is back for a new season, and they say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But can you tell us about the wildest night that you spent?
Come on, Marg. Give it to us, Marg.
This was about quite a few years ago, and Quentin Tarantino, yes, the Quentin Tarantino, directed an episode of CSI back in season 5. It was the season finale. When the show aired, a bunch of us went to Vegas, and a room was rented out, and we all watched as it aired, that particular episode. And meanwhile, he had a few of his posse with him. And one of them, then there was an after party, and which got, I probably have to, and the after party included RZA from the Wu-Tang Clan.
What?
Yes, and I had a girlfriend with me who joined me for the festivities. We actually rode in Quentin's vehicle, which was featured in Kill Bill. So at the party, it was fun. I got to meet a bunch of, like, one of the Wu-Tang Clan's mother who had been a fan of mine. She was there that night. It was one of those nights where lots of drinks and
nice.
And, you know.
Good for you, Marg.
Good. It went to like 3 a.m. At least we cut out at 3 a.m. I should have continued on.
Sounds like a fun time. Okay, so thank you for that, by the way.
Yeah.
You've been playing Katherine Willows for over 14 seasons, and last season we got to see her granddaughter, Hannah. How has being a grandmother changed your character?
Well, you know, I just kind of thought of because I myself became a grandmother last year in August 1st of 22. Leon Shogo is my grandson's name. He's 19 months old now. He's, oh my God, I'm obsessed. You know, I think it's like all, you know, wisdom. You know, Catherine's much, you know, I think more confident and I guess calm and centered in her personal life as well as her work life, and that extends obviously to her beloved granddaughter. And she hasn't been back this season, but last season it was really fun working with those twin girls. They were adorable.
All right,
you always have to be so spontaneous, you know, with children when you're working with little children.
Well, Marg, I love hearing people's stories about before they got into acting. So before you got into acting, you worked at your father's meatpacking plant. Did this help you play a character who deals with bodies all the time? Very Rocky Balboa.
Totally.
Well, I guess there's some similarities to a corpse and
flesh,
a side of beef. And I had one of my. I did it a few summers because it helped pay for my tuition at Northwestern, which ain't cheap. But one of my jobs was the official title, what everybody referred to as I was a boner. I had issued a set of knives and a mesh glove, so I didn't cut the other hand. And one of my jobs was to cut blood clots out of a side of beef that came off on a headrail. It was a glamorous job, as you can imagine.
Right.
But honestly, I haven't worked hard as a young person. I worked in the bean fields, the corn fields. I grew up in a small town in Nebraska, and I graduated to meatpacking. I'm not afraid of hard work, and
Good for
I think
you.
that's really helped me throughout this career. I've sustained a very long career.
Well said.
I like to work, and television, as many of you know, it's long hours.
Yeah. I was on CSI Miami, and I was shot in the boob, and they used me underwater.
So you were a corpse.
And I was a floating corpse, and that's how I got my SAG card.
Yes!
So thank you very much to CSI.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, shot in the boob.
Okay.
Yeah.
Marg, thank
Marg's
you
like,
so much.
Can't top that one.
DBL Nation, do not miss CSI Vegas Sundays on CBS and streaming, of course, on Paramount Plus. Thank you again for staying on the case.